welcome to another active stretch and recovery with core moves. So today's recovery video is actually a really nice recovery. We're going to use a combination of some Pilates and some yoga exercises to reduce and release stress and pain in the lower back, tightness in the shoulders, and any issues you might have with sciatica. So this is a really nice little flow that you can do, or a nice little stretch that you can do just to relieve any tension in that lower back and pelvic region. Okay, so we're gonna come seated. Make yourself, get any props that you might want, towels, bolsters, cushions, or a block. And you're gonna sit really nice and comfortably, however feels comfortable for you, so you can sit with your knees back and propped up on your block or your bolster. You can sit with your knees, your legs crossed in a cross-legged position, whatever feels good for your body. And once you're sat nice and comfortably, we're just going to bring some awareness to our breath. Breathing in through the nose, letting the rib cage expand. Breathing out through the mouth, letting the rib cage close in and contract. And as you breathe in through your nose, feel how your belly pushes out to make room for the air. And as you breathe out, feel the abdominal muscles contract to hug the belly in towards the spine, to press all the air out. And maybe bring your hands to your belly. You can clasp your fingers together or wrap one over the other. And this time, put a little bit of gentle resistance into the belly as you breathe in, pushing the belly into the hands and pushing the hands into the belly. And pulling the belly away from the hands as you try and push the hands into the navel as you exhale. And again, inhaling, allowing the rib cage and the belly to expand. Exhaling, resisting the movement with the abdomen, but gently pressing with the hands. Not letting the shoulders come up as we inhale. Feeling the back expand and contract as we exhale. And then you can just bring your hands down to the sides of your body. Relax nice and gently to the sides, or you can leave them resting on your lap. And we're just going to stretch out the neck for a little while. So you're just going to gently bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. And sitting up tall, stacking the head back over the spine. And then your left ear to your left shoulder. And coming back up to center and back over to the right side. And to center and back over to the left side. And back into center. And then we're just going to bring our right hand onto our right shoulder and just bring your hand at the back of your head and stroke down the back of your neck until your palm rests just on the end of your clavicle and at the shoulder joint. And then you're going to bring your left hand and draw it up the back of the neck until you find your occiput. And then you're gently going to just pull those two places away from each other as you nod the chin. And you may need to play around with your hand placement and where your eye gaze is. So I like my eye gaze to be to the outside of my right hip. And just breathe and relax any tension, and maybe change where you're looking or change where your hand is for just one more breath. And then lengthen back up to center. And this time, take your left hand and drag it down the left trapezius. Ooh, I got a little knot there. And come to rest at the bottom of the neck where the neck muscles insert into the clavicle. And then draw the right hand up the neck towards the back of the skull, the back of the occiput, and gently push forward with that right hand as you pull down with the left hand. And then find where your eye gaze goes. It might be to the outside of your right hip. You might like it more outside of your left hip. You might like it down the center. But just find that point where you can feel a gentle stretch in the neck. And just breathing and relaxing any tension. And then lengthen back up. And relax the hands back into your lap. And this time we're just going to gently nod the chin forward. And don't jam the chin into the chest, but feel that length all the way from where those erector spinae muscles insert into the back of the occiput, all the way down through the center of the spine and into the tailbones. And then lift the head and gently look up, allowing the mouth to open naturally. And nodding the chin. Moving a little bit quicker, making it a little bit more dynamic, but not head banging. Lifting, stretching the front of the neck. And nodding, stretching the back of the neck. And then stacking back up into your center. And now bring your hands clasped together, your fingertips clasped together, just at the base of that occiput so that your thumbs trail down the back of your neck like the tails on a geisha's makeup on the back of the neck. And you can have the elbows nice and wide and gently feel like you're pulling the head away from the tailbone. And then as you exhale, curl and flex the body and close the elbows in. Not with any force, just gently, and gently pull the head away from the tailbone. And then as you inhale, stack the spine, open the elbows, gently press the chest forward and cradle the head and support it in this little baby back bend. And exhaling, closing the elbows, rounding the spine, stretching deep through those erector spinalis muscles. And inhaling, lengthening back up, supporting the head as you go into that gentle back bend. And then come back into center, stacking the body and release the hands. Now we're going to just do some gentle arm circles, sweeping the hands up and out and back. And let your flow, your shoulder girdle dictate how big your circles are, how fast your circles are. And you might not even sweep the hands with the circles. You might decide you just want to roll your shoulders. And that's okay. It's just loosening up that shoulder girdle. Rolling them back, feeling the chest open as the elbows and the hands come back, whether they're down or up. And then we're just going to come down off our block or our bolster or our hip or our cushion and sit with our legs in a mermaid seated position. And our hands are going to come out to the side. And we're going to reach that left hand really wide out to the left side. Our right foot is in towards the inside of our left thigh. We're going to sweep that hand up and gently bend over to that left side. And then lengthen up. Lower that hand and gently bend over to the right side. Reach and stretch the spine. To the left again. Keeping the shoulders square to the front and over to the right one more time. And lengthening up. And then you're just going to slide that left hand out to the side, sweep the right hand up, bend the elbow and thread the needle. So you're twisting a little bit. lower the hand, and then switch your legs over. So now your left foot is resting on the inside of your right thigh. Reach that right hand out really far to the side and tip the body up and over. And over to the other side. You can move a little bit quicker with these ones because we've already tilted side to side. And over. And then this time we're going to come over and we're going to thread the needle. So reach it up and then thread the needle. Just a gentle twist with flexion in the spine. And then back and back into center. Now we're going to cross our legs with our right foot in front of our left and sit comfortably and reach your hands out in front of you and just gently pull yourself forward, lengthening your spine, stretching the sides of the waistline, lowering the head. And then waking the body up and sweeping it over to the right side and just folding over that right thigh. Take one full breath here, in and out, pushing that left sit bone down. And then sweep the body around to the left side and fold gently over the left and push that right hip down for one full inhale and one full exhale. And then back into center, lift the chest, slide the hands in and swap the feet. And roll the shoulders back. And slide the hands forward, lengthen the spine. Come into that forward fold, feel that deep stretch in the left hip. And then when you're ready, relax into the fold. Then lift the body and sweep it over to the left side and fold over that left thigh, pushing the right hip down. One full inhale and one full exhale. And then sweep energy over to the right side and fold over that right thigh and feel that deep stretch on the left lower quadrant of the back. Pushing that left hip down. And then sweeping into center, energizing through the chest and the spine to lengthen and come all the way up. And then you can sit however feels more comfortable for you with your crossed legs. And you're just gently going to reach your right hand onto your right knee, your left hand onto your right knee, and lift the chest and gently twist. Pull the belly in. Lengthen up on your next inhale and exhale. Come back into center. And then bring your right hand to the left knee. Lift the body up and exhale to twist. And keep breathing and lengthening with your inhale. And twisting a bit deeper with your exhale if it's for you, but if not, just make it gentle. You don't have to hold any pressure in your body. And then take another inhale, and on your exhale, bring the body back into center. And use your hands to gently pull your knees in and drop them over so we come into our 4-point kneeling. So you might want a cushion under your knees, or towel or blanket, or you might be fine just on your mat. And you're going to get your knees directly under your sit bones. and your hands directly underneath the shoulders. And we're just going to protract and retract the shoulders. So as you inhale, you're going to allow your chest, keeping the elbows straight, allow your chest to sink towards the floor, retracting the scapula, so allowing them to come closer together on your spine. Keeping the spine in neutral, and then as you exhale, push into the floor and really round those shoulder blades away from each other. But keep that lower lumbar spine nice and flat and straight. And inhale, retract, and exhale to protract. And then we're going to add one cat-cow. So we're going to inhale, tilt the pelvis forward, lengthen the sternum away from the navel, spread the front of the rib muscles, the intercostal muscles. Pull the shoulders back into that retraction. Exhale, scoop the abdominals, pull the navel up towards the sky, nod the chin, flex the spine, push the hands into the floor, and look between the knees. And then inhale, come into neutral, curl the toes under, push your hips up to the sky, straighten the knees, feet are downward facing dog. And just maybe lift your heels one after another, or bend your knees one after the other, enjoying the deep stretch in your downward dog. Or maybe staying still and long, it's up to you, it's your dog. And then complete one more inhale and one more exhale. And then when you're finished, you can come back into knees down, hands down, 4-point kneeling. And when you've got your body stacked in neutral, we're just going to lift the right hand out to the side in a little T shape. And then bend the left elbow and sweep the right hand under that left armpit, bringing the right shoulder towards the floor to thread the needle. Just stay down and breathe here, relaxing. Keeping the hips up high and the shoulder down low. Feeling this gentle stretch in the spine as you inhale, and that left rib cage expands out to the side. And then as you exhale, push your hand into the mat, stack the body back up, reach that hand up and all the way open towards the ceiling. And then back, square to your mat. And we're going to inhale, one cat-cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale to neutral. And lift the left hand out to that T, and as you exhale, bend the elbow and thread the needle, bringing that left shoulder towards the floor, reaching that hand away, keeping the hips high, stretching through the shoulders, reaching and breathing, expanding the ribcage on the right side of the body. And then on your next exhale, push into that right hand, slide the left hand back to the T, and then open the chest towards the ceiling. And your eye gaze can be down if you have any tension in your neck, but you want to really feel that opening in the chest. And then square your body back towards the mat. Connect your toes, push your hips back onto your heels, stretch the hands forward, and then drop the elbows, lower the head. Now keeping those elbows down, lift the head, open the hands so that they're parallel with the sides of your mat. Open your feet so that they're parallel with the sides of your mat. And you're just going to gently slide your fingertips forward as you lift your hips, keeping your chest as low to the mat as you can, stretching through the shoulders. And then maybe pick up the elbows and really reach those fingertips away. Relax the back of the neck, maybe bring your forehead to the mat if you can. And then when you're ready, lift the head, push the hips fully up using the glutes, And then bring them forward into an extended plank. So your hands are forward of the shoulders. You really need to push into the heels of your hands to engage the belly, squeeze the glutes. And then bring the hips back, gently walk the hands in. And one cat-cow for me. Inhaling into your cow. Exhaling, tucking under into your cat. And then inhaling back into your neutral. Curl your toes under and push yourself back into your downward dog. You can stay in the dog, walk your dog, keep your dog nice and still, whatever feels good for your body. And then on your next inhale, just flick your right foot up behind you. We don't need to really reach with energy. We're just allowing it to be gentle, maybe even slightly passive. And then you're going to bend that right knee and open the front of the hip towards the top of the room. And then back to center, fold at the hip, bring the foot back down into your downward dog. On your next inhale, lift the left foot. And then maybe bend that knee. You don't have to bend the knee, but if you want to, and just allow the heel to come in as you stretch that foot back towards the front corner of the room. And then back into center, square the hips with your mat, bend the knee into the nose and place the foot back down into your downward dog. And then as you inhale, reach the right leg up again. This time as you exhale, you're going to flex the spine, pull the knee in towards the thumbs and place it down on the mat. Pull your left heel towards your left hip, lift the body up and stay in this modified low lunge. You should feel a little bit of a stretch in that right hip already, so you can just drop the left knee and then begin to slide that foot away, staying nice and high. And then when you're ready, bend the elbows, soften the body, and fold over that front leg. With your next inhale, push into the floor, lengthen the spine, lift the knee, come back into that modified low lunge. Make sure your toes are curled back under, find the connection with the belly, push into the floor and step that right foot back into your plank. Now push into the shoulders, round through the back, nod the chin, round up and then lengthen into your down dog. Stay and breathe in your down dog, walk it or stay still. With your next inhale, you're going to flick that left foot up again into your three-legged dog, but gently, remember no pressure or tension. And then as you exhale, flex the spine, pull the knee into the nose and drop the knee gently between the thumbs. Lift the chest, pull the shoulders back, push the heel away to your modified low lunge. That right heel is coming towards the right hip, left heel towards the right hip to feel that deep stretch in the piriformis. And then when you're ready, you can drop that right knee, uncurl the toes and stretch the foot away into your pigeon. And if you're comfortable there, you can stay there. Or you can begin to fold forward over that left knee. And with your next inhale, push into your hands, lift the spine, curl the toe under. Come back into that modified high or low lunge, lifting the knee. And then with your exhale, find your belly, sweep that right foot back into your plank. And then exhale, send the tail up, extend the spine, reach the head between the ears into your downward dog. Finish your last breath, and then when you're ready, bring the weight over your hands, drop your knees, uncurl the toes, and push your hips back onto your heels, stretching the hands forward, but then pull the belly away from the spine, away from the thighs to stretch the lower back into your shell stretch or your turtle stretch. And then lengthen the spine up, stacking the spine. Bring your knees together and drop your hips over to the right side. So your thighs are nice and close together, but your hip, your sit bone is down on the floor. And you're just going to put your hands on your knees and then inhale, lengthen the spine up, and exhale, gently twist the body over to the left side. And then gently to the center, and then over to the right side. And then into center and fold over the middle of the thighs. Your right rib cage should come on the outside of the right thigh, your left rib cage over the outside of the right thigh. And then push yourself back up, come back onto the knees, and then rock the hip over to the other side. So you're sat on your left sit bone, your thighs are nice and close together. Lift up through the spine. And then gently twist to the right side. And into center. And to the left side. And into center. And fold over the knees. Just a gentle fold. Remember, we're bringing no tension into our practice today. And then lengthen up. And now you're just going to pull your feet out from underneath your body and extend your legs out in front of you. And sit comfortably. You may even choose to sit up on your block, or your blanket, or your cushion, so that your legs can be nice and soft and comfortable. And make sure if you are sat up, that you keep a soft bend in your knees. And we're just going to reach the arms up overhead gently, and then come into a gentle fold. Bringing our chest towards our knees, letting our shoulders round and be heavy. And just bend your elbows and bring your hands to the back of your head, interlacing your fingers again. And gently draw your hands up the back of your neck until you find that space on the occiput. And gently apply a little bit more pressure. Now get that sensation of pulling the head away from the shoulders and lift up through the back. And lengthen, push the elbows back and the chest forward. And then back into neutral. Open your legs a little bit wider so you can have them just comfortably wide. And again, you can stay sat up on your block or you can come off of it. And you can keep both legs wide or you can fold your right leg in, whatever feels comfortable for you. So I'm going to fold my right leg in. And then I'm just going to gently put my left hand to the inside of my left knee and reach my right hand out to the side of my right hip. And as I lift and let my shoulders turn slightly so that my sternum is in line with that right leg or right knee, And I'm gently going to slide my left hand down my hip and sweep the right hand up overhead. And allow the weight of that hand just to drag me over a little bit more. And if you have any tension in the neck, look down towards that left thigh. And then when you're ready, stack the body back up, reach that arm overhead and place the hand down. And gently pull the leg in with your hand and over to the other side, or keep both legs open if that's comfortable for you. We're going to reach the right hand inside of the right shin, knee, thigh, wherever you're at. And then the left hand out to the side of the left hip. Lift the chest and then turn the chest so that your sternum is aligned with your left thigh. And gently on your exhale, tilt the body like a teapot, reaching and sliding that hand towards the inside of that right foot. And then sweep the left hand up and over and allow the hand to be heavy. Stretching that left side. And then looking down towards that right thigh. And then stacking the body back up, looking towards the thigh and releasing the hand down. And now we're going to pull, so straighten both legs out in front, pull the right foot in towards the left hip and clasp your hands into the front of that right knee. Push into the hands and lift the chest. And then exhale, nod the chin, stretch the back of the neck, pull the rib cage down and begin to flex that upper thoracic spine as you bring your forehead towards your knee. And not just your forehead, maybe try and get the back of your head or the crown of your head on the knee. And then gently push into the knees, stack the spine one vertebrae at a time, lengthening. Lift the knee and pull the heel away. Stretch the legs long, sweep the arms up gently, and exhale to come into a forward fold. Allow the elbows and the shoulders to be heavy. Maybe soften the knees so they're slightly bent. Releasing any tension in the body with every exhale breath. And then inhaling, stacking the body back up, the spine back up, lengthening up. Pull the left knee in and hug that left heel in really close to the right hip, stacking the left knee over the right knee. Bring your hands clasped together over the left knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine up. Exhale, nod the chin. Feel the stretch down the back of the neck. Begin to pull the rib cage back behind you. Folding the belly in like you do in your angry cat. Bringing the top of your head towards your knee. And then on your next inhale, push into the knees, stack the spine back up, lengthening the back of the neck. And then exhale, release, pick up that foot, place it out in front of you, sweep the hands up, and exhale to fold. This time try and grab on to some point of support, either your knees, your ankles, the soles of your feet. You can have your knees bent to be able to reach the soles of your feet because that really is the best place. And then on your next exhale, draw your belly away from your thighs and pull your back away from those feet. And gently rock side to side. Feeling that tension in the lower back releasing. And then inhale, just release and relax. And exhale, roll your spine up, stacking it up. And we're going to come down onto our back. And I want you to take your block or your bolster or your pillow and place it underneath your neck. So if you've got the block, just make sure that it comes just so that the base of your occiput is on the back of your skull, is on the block. And you're just going to pull your arms into your robot arms. So squeeze the elbows down towards the floor. And then open the elbows out to the sides, just comfortably. We're not putting any tension into the body here. And then as you exhale, gently allow the fingertips to fall towards the floor. So they're falling, they're not being pushed. Allow the shoulder blades to rotate naturally until you come to a position where your arms are open, comfortably, softly, your chest is open. And then you're just going to reach the legs long and allow the toes to fall out to the side. And maybe just rock them side to side a little bit. And then we're just going to turn our head to the right side. And turn our head to the left side. And to the right. And to the left. And then come back into center. Bend both knees. But open your feet out to the width of your mat, keeping your feet parallel with your mat. And then allow your heels to just tilt in. So you're in a V position with your feet and with your knees. Your knees are open nice and wide to the side. And then you're just going to drop your knees to the right side and look to the left. And then pull the ribcage down, using the belly to draw the knees back into center, and change your eye gaze as you drop your knees over to the other side. And pull the belly in and draw the knees to center, and again over to the right as you look to the left. Your exhale breath, pull the belly in and allow the knees to go over to the right, left as you look to the right. And back into center. And slide the legs away. Allow the toes to rest out to the side and just bring your arms down to your side. Stay here for a moment. And then using your inner thighs, roll your feet back into parallel. Flex your toes towards your face. And then point your toes away from your face. Flex your toes towards you. And then point them away. And then we're just going to slide the right foot back in towards the bottom. And then the left foot back in towards the bottom. And we're going to pick up the right leg to tabletop and cross the right ankle over the left knee and allow the knee to come out just gently, no pressure. And we're going to bring our hands to the back of the left thigh and gently slide it up the thigh as we pull that left foot off the floor and gently pull the knee in towards us. And then gently place that left foot back on the floor and squeeze your knees together. So the right is still over the left, but now you're really wrapping your right leg over the left. Maybe even hook your right foot under your left ankle. And then using your belly, draw your ribs to your hips, pick those knees up, and pull them both in towards your chest. So grab onto that left knee, hug the knees into your chest. And then a gentle release. Open the arms out to the sides with the palms down and just drop those knees over to the left side. Now you can put your feet down for this if you have any tension in your back. Remember, we're not allowing any tension in the body today. And then bring the knees back up to center. Pick your feet up off the floor if they were on the floor. And then tip the pelvis over to the right side. And this time you'll want to keep the feet up. And then into center, place the left foot back on the floor. Unravel the right. Place the right on the floor, and this time, left ankle goes over the right knee and allow the knee to drop out to the side. Bring your hands to the back of your right thigh and then slide it up the thigh as you pull the foot away from the floor and draw that right knee in towards your chest. Gently release the thigh, placing the right foot back on the floor and then crossing the legs over tight, maybe even hooking your right foot under the left, or your left foot under your right ankle rather. And drop the hands out to the side, this time with the palms facing up. And pick up the feet and drop the knees over to the right side. And then if that isn't comfortable for you, tap the toes down. And just allow those knees to be heavy, creating that gentle stretch in the lower back. And then pick the knees up, lift the feet up, and rock the pelvis over to the left side. This time, don't allow the feet to come down. Gently push the left foot or left knee into the right thigh. And then using the belly back into center, place the right foot down, unravel the knees, slide the feet away, and allow them just to shake the legs a little bit. And just bend the knees in close to the hips and take your bolster or your cushion or your block away. And you're going to curl up through the spine and place that bolster or block or cushion underneath your pelvis. So not under your back. You want to feel your sacrum supported by your block or your bolster or your cushion or your pillow. Get creative with whatever you have in your house. And then relax the arms back out to that nice wide cactus pose. Lift up the toes from the floor and then gently place the foot down, creating that strong base of support. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, scoop the abdomen, pushing that lower back towards the floor. Squeeze the glutes and roll your body off of your cushion. Inhale at the top. Exhale, soften the sternum, soften the middle back. The lower back, scoop the abs, place the hips back down, and release back into your neutral. Slide the hands down close to your hips and pull your right knee in towards your chest. Now adjust your pillow or your block if you need to, make sure it's still under your sacrum. And pull it in towards your chest and then gently slide your left foot away and keep it parallel so you feel a stretch in the front of the hip. And then pull the left knee in so both knees are hugged into the chest, and allow your back to come into an imprinted position as you completely fold your knees into your chest. But keep your hips on your base of support. Just lifts the tailbone up a little bit more. It gives you a bit of a deeper stretch or a bit of a fascial, myofascial stretch in that lower back. And then just lighten the legs away from the belly. Hold on to the left leg, bring the right foot onto the floor and slide the foot away as you hug the left knee into the chest. Keeping that right leg in parallel to open up the hip. And slide that right foot in, hug both knees into the chest again. Allow the tail to lift, but keep the back of the sacrum lifted by your bolstered block. Your support hugging the knees in tight to the chest. And then gently release the knees away from the chest. Bring one foot down to the mat, the other foot down to the mat. A gentle roll up through the spine, engaging the glutes. Take your block away. Place the body back down on the mat. Reach the legs down away long. Grab onto your cushion and just reach your arms overhead, letting the weight of your cushion, your blanket, your block pull the hands down and lift the rib cage and stretch the body all the way from the fingertips through the toes and put complete energy in your stretch. Contract every muscle in your body. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and relax. Allow everything to relax. Relax your shoulders. Relax your hands. Relax your eyes, your throat, your toes. Let your body be heavy and just rest in that space for a moment. Coming into your deep breathing and giving yourself thanks for your practice today. And letting go of any tension and resting into your Shavasana or corpse pose.